Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Killing Zombies back in another video, and today I have another ration review for today, and this one is a little bit something different than we usually do, and this one is a TOTM ration, and which stands for Tailored Operational Training Meal. Now, I did a little bit of research, and I found that this is not actually an MRE itself, nor is supposed to consist of a MRE at all. But it is actually a meal that they use, I guess, for training, and they use this to actually eat meals too. And these can actually fit in a uniform pockets, probably for on the go. But let's crack this open and see what we have inside. So the packaging does look like it's a little bit similar to the Sapaco civilian rations, and these are packaged from the Warnick company in Ohio. And for today's menu, we have marinara sauce and meatballs made with beef and chicken. There's the ingredients and nutritional facts. So let's crack this up. We have a thing down here. Okay, that label was really hard to actually open up. That seal. So let's get everything out. Now, I do have to say, it kind of looks very, very, very identical to the civilian Sapaco rations. But, like I said before, this actually isn't an MRE itself, or not supposed to be made as an MRE, but more or less just a meal. But the reason why I say it kind of looks similar is because all the components, excluding a couple that you won't find in Sapaco, like they used to have. Because in the Sapaco rations, you wouldn't get a drink, and the FRHs wouldn't ever really work. But also, you really wouldn't get like desserts or anything like that. So maybe this one does. One of the first things up we have is some baked snack crackers or Cheez-Its. There's the ingredients in there and nutritional facts. We have an FRH. That's something new I haven't seen. Maybe these ones are fairly new, maybe a little bit older. I did also find out that TOTM's meals were introduced and produced in May 2001. So that's pretty nice to know. Nice to know that there's still early rations that were made. Accessory packet, we'll get to that in a minute. Ooh, got an oatmeal cookie. I'm gonna definitely be digging into that. I have had a humanitarian oatmeal cookie, now it's pretty good. Hopefully I'll be no different to that. Marinara sauce and meatballs. Yep, just feels like meatballs in there. And then we have the sleeve for it. Same thing, ingredients and nutritional facts there. And also from the Warnick company. And then we have stuff on the back that's just a little bit of information on military rations. So if interested, you can pause that video right then and there, and you can read that. But we're going to move on. So we're going to go ahead and see what's in our accessory kit now. So we have our fresh nap, freeze-dried coffee. Got 2 things of sugar. We have a salt and pepper. We have 2 creamers. And then we have a big napkin. Oh, definitely is not non-rippable. It's pretty thin, but it's just a napkin. And then we have our MRE spoon. Alright. So now let's get everything onto the tray. Alright, now that we got everything onto the tray, let's start getting that main heated up. And I just dropped my snack crackers. So we are definitely going to be using the FRH to heat these up. And for those that don't already know what I do with the heating element in the FRH, you open the FRH out and you take the heating element and you put it into like a W or an upside down W into an M. So I'll show you how to do it. So if any of the heating elements in a FRH alone, these would only work in a US one, unless there's a couple other ones that have the same exact kind of feature. You're going to want to make sure that all the heating element is in the center, and then you put it in half. Take these 2 flaps and put them the other way, making that. Once you have that, you take your FRH, and then, if I can find the little opening, you then stick it inside of the FRH. Make sure the flaps are looking like that, because then you take your main and you slip it in within the flaps, and then you have something like that. So then every single side and every little bit will take in the water that you put in. Now, I do recommend that if you're gonna fill it, you just take a little bit of water in your mouth and then just proceed to spit in the actual FRH on each side, and it's much easier rather than just pouring it in and either adding a little bit too much. And if you do add a little bit too much water, of course you can just dump a little bit out, and I'm sure it would still work. So let's go ahead and do that. And you can already hear the FRH going. So I did put it in the sleeve, and we're going to set this aside and have it heat up. Alright, now while that main is heating up, let's get everything else onto the tray. First, I want to start off and try and look at these MRE Cheez-Its. Now what it's looking like is they're all crushed up, which is kind of not surprising. There is an oxygen absorber in here. And there it is. And then we're just gonna put this onto the tray. That should be good. Alright, we also have our oatmeal cookie. Definitely smells like an oatmeal cookie. Looks pretty good too. Okay, and we also have our lemon lime beverage base powder. You are going to want to fill it up to this line. Alright, we have it all shaken up, and we are going to put it in a glass for y'all to see what it looks like. Now, best way I could describe looks, front on, kind of looks like something similar of a green lemon lime Gatorade. Okay. Now, whilst our MRE is heating up, we'll wait for that to heat up, and I'll be back when that's all heated up. Okay, now that our main is now very hot and fully all heated thoroughly, let's open this up and see what we have. A nice looking meatballs and sauce. Let's get it all onto the tray. Definitely something that would be good with this would be, instead of the Cheez-Its, maybe have some Italian breadsticks and cheese, but it is what it is. We got what we have. Let's dig in. Definitely not a lot of meatballs, I should say, but it's not about how much quantity. It's about flavor. Just try it out. It's pretty good. Very hot, but overall, that's really good. Flavors there. You got your that's really good. Kind of tastes like Chef Boyardee. Meatballs are soft. The flavor in that the meatballs and the sauce alone is very flavorful. That doesn't need salt or pepper at all. It's got just the amount of flavor in it. Now let's try some Cheez-Its. We might use it to put in marinara. Soak it up. That just tastes like Cheez-Its. Not special. I think I'm gonna crush it up. Soak up all that extra. Alright, now let's try it. Now that we put that in there. Let's try it out. Yep. That works. Reason why that works so well, not only do you have these, I mean, regular crackers would work too, or a bread item, but if you have crackers, whether it's these or the regular crackers, crunch them all in here, and it soaks up all the extra sauce, puts a little bit of crunch, and you also have that cheesy flavor undertone to it. And let's try the lemon lime green drink. That's pretty good. Not overly sweet, just a little slow tone of lemon lime flavor. It's pretty good. Now let's try our oatmeal cookie. Looks pretty good. Got your oats in there. Has a strong cinnamon and nutmeg smell to it. Let's try it out. That's pretty good also. Definitely not as sweet as you would think, especially for some. It's pretty good actually. I actually enjoy that more than the oatmeal cookies I get from the store that I buy. I prefer those than that. But I'm gonna finish this up and we'll be back for a recap. Alright, overall, this ration, or this meal itself, was really good and kind of a little bit something different. Especially since this channel is known for doing rations that are from US or other international rations, or even some freeze-dried rations. But to bank into doing something like this that I have never seen. So this is the first for me of knowing the TOTMs. But it's pretty good, and I like to learn a little bit much of history upon our rations. But as always guys, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you do not miss out on future videos and other content I post. And as always guys, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day guys.